All right, now take a look at this. So this is the side-by-side view of the daily and the 4 hour. So this is the daily, right? Look how pretty that pullback is. It shot up beautifully. It pulled back beautifully. It's doing the same thing on the 4 hour. A beautiful shoot up to push to the upside. Basically, some bullish pressure, bullish momentum, whatever you want to call it. Just some um, bullish price action to the upside, and then it pulled back. It pulled back to this zone right here, and then I could probably just go ahead and label it. Actually, so let's call it the Um, just daily SNR. So you can see it right here. This zone that it just pulled back to, that I call it the SNR, or you can call it the SNR, whatever. The SNR is support and resistance. This is a daily support and resistance zone right here, right? Price shot up, it pulled back to this SNR. It did the same fucking thing on the 4 hour. It shot up and pulled back to this daily SNR. And like I always say, the sauce is, man, the sauce is that it has to be matching the daily. The 4 hour has to be doing the exact same thing. If the 4 hour had shot up like this and then start doing some other bullshit like this and then came down, no, it wouldn't have worked because it was creating all kind of other structure right here. And at this point, price had broke under this. You would have you could have assumed that this was about to be a new higher low, but guess what? It didn't break this high, so it wasn't a new higher low. What did it do? Instead, it broke this what you would have thought would have been a higher low. Since it broke that, now that is not a higher low anymore. This is a lower high, and then this is a lower low. So now price would have had flipped bearish going down here. One thing people do when they try to attempt this is they'll wait for price to get to the daily support and resistance zone, but by the time the 4 hour gets to the daily resistance zone, the 4 hour flipped bearish. So now you have the weekly being bullish, you have the daily being bullish, but you have the 4 hour bearish, and that's not where you want to take it. You want all time frames to be in sync. You want the weekly to be bullish, you want the daily to be bullish, you want the 4 hour to be bullish when you take trades. Or if it's bearish, you want the weekly, the daily, and the 4 hour to all be bearish. And this is what's beautiful about it. It didn't, a lot of times price could come all the way up to the top and then it could do some bullshit and it could fuck your structure up. It could be making higher highs and higher lows and then just start making lower lows and lower highs. And since it started making lower lows and lower highs, once it got down here, now that fucking trade is not, you can't take the trade now because the 4 hour flip bears. So this one just lined up perfectly. And that's why I want to record it real quick because you can really see it. Go down to the weekly again. Like I said, I'm trying to enter in that wick. I'm trying to enter the wick because a lot of times price will just, especially if it's a big bullish engulfing candle, a lot of times it's just going to create a wick before it starts pushing up to match this last week's candle. So I'm catching the wick on the weekly, and the wick on the weekly is just a fucking pullback on the 4 hour and the daily. That's all it is. And just look how beautiful it is. Look how in sync this is, man. This is the daily. Again, I'm gonna keep saying it because I want y'all to fucking understand this. I want y'all to learn how to trade. I don't want y'all to just be taking fucking signals and all that shit. I want you to actually know how to do it on your fucking own. What they say, you could lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know, bro. But I want y'all to actually learn how to trade.